We have been talking a lot about that team in Boulder because of the head coach and the record, but there are two sides to a rivalry. So let's welcome in the voice of the Colorado State Rams, Brian Roth, who will be in Boulder for the showdown, calling the game. Brian, where does this year's version of the Rocky Mountain Showdown rank for you in terms of hype, importance, just how big of a game this is?
Well, I've been around Colorado State athletics a long time, since 2000, and it reminds me a lot of those early 2000 games where they were down in Denver. There was 75, 76,000 fans there. One of the two teams was ranked, whether it be Colorado State, whether it be Colorado, and just really good college football atmospheres. And quite frankly, the rivalry has been missing that for several years now. And obviously, with what Deion Sanders has done there at Colorado, it's raised the profile of Colorado for sure, but it's raised the profile now of this Rocky Mountain Showdown. And I think that's great for college football.
Adding ESPN's College Game Day, the Fox national broadcast, Under the Lights, back on campus, on ESPN, primetime, all of those I'm sure adds to that. Now, we've heard that Colorado's previous two opponents, their coaches have said they noticed the hype. They heard the noise. Is that true at CSU? And how are they approaching what's probably going to be a wild atmosphere in Boulder?
Yeah, I think certainly it's impossible not to notice the hype, right? Because what Deion Sanders has done to Colorado, they're just not the talk of college football. They're the talk really of the sports world. And so you'd have to be living under a rock not to notice that. So of course, Colorado State, the players, the coaches, they understand the hype with the College Game Day going to be there and all the pomp and circumstance that's going to come with the game on Saturday night. But, it's something they're embracing. I mean, why wouldn't you? And, I think Colorado State views this as an opportunity to showcase their program. Obviously, the reason why the hype is around is because of Deion Sanders and what he's done, but that doesn't mean Colorado State can't come in and steal a little bit of that spotlight.
I don't want to go too extreme and say shock the world here, but they are a big underdog on the betting lines and just in general going in to Boulder on Saturday night. How do you think CSU pulls the upset?
Well, if CSU is going to pull the upset, obviously a handful of things are going to have to happen because it's pretty clear that Colorado is a good football team. They have an elite offense with a lot of speed. The first is Colorado State has to make an improvement over week 1 to week 2. And the Rams had a bye week last week. But of course, the opening week, they lost to a very good Washington State team, but a game that was underwhelming from Colorado State's part. Number 2, you go into that game and you hope to get some turnovers, right? I mean, you've got to win the turnover battle. You have to have some bounces go your way. And then, listen, number 3, this is a Colorado football team that is coming off 2 really big games, TCU, Nebraska. Guess what's next on their schedule? You have Oregon in Eugene. Following that, you have USC going to Boulder. So there's 2 big games sitting out there, and everybody is telling the Buffaloes they're going to win against Colorado State. It has already been decided, and I'm not saying it will, but perhaps the Buffaloes enter that game thinking that they already have the contest in hand. So you need a bunch of different things to go right. And if those go right, this could be a football game that is competitive and close into the fourth quarter. And if it is, all the pressure would be on the University of Colorado at that point.
Should be a fun weekend, Brian Roth. Enjoy it.